The water in the living waters of Mandalore shimmered, a deep, enigmatic pool reflecting the ancient cavern. For Bo-Katan Kryze, this place was simply another relic, another echo of a lost past, a setting for a symbolic ritual. She had come here not out of faith, but out of necessity, driven by a pragmatic desire to understand the Darksaber's power and to claim her right to lead. The ancient prophecies, the legends of the mythosaur, were just that to her, legends. Skulls on armor, symbols of a bygone era, long divorced from any living reality. Her world was one of strategy, of politics, of the grim fight for survival, not mythical beasts. Then Grogu pointed, a small, innocent gesture, yet one that would tear down the foundations of her long-held beliefs. Bo-Katan, ever the warrior, likely braced herself for an unknown threat, a lurking danger in the depths. But what emerged was not a threat to be fought, not a danger to be overcome with a blaster or a saber. It was something far more profound. The water stirred, not a ripple from a falling drop, but a deep, resonant undulation, a movement of immense, ancient power. The surface broke, and slowly, majestically, a form began to rise from the dark, cold depths. Imagine the silence that must have fallen in that cavern, broken only by the gentle lapping of the sacred water against stone. Bo-Katan, who had faced down countless foes, stared with an expression of pure, unadulterated awe. Her jaw, hidden beneath her helmet, must have dropped. Her entire being, the very core of her cynical, battle-hardened worldview, was utterly, irrevocably shattered. Before her, in the living, breathing form, was a mythosaur. Not a drawing, not a skeleton, not a story whispered in hushed tones, but a colossal, prehistoric creature, its scales gleaming, its immense eye regarding her with an ancient, knowing gaze. It was a moment of stunning, almost unbearable beauty, a direct confrontation with the impossible. For her entire life, the mythosaur was the ultimate symbol of Mandalorian identity, a powerful emblem of their might and their connection to Mandalore itself. Yet, it was always relegated to the realm of myth, a creature extinct for millennia. To see it alive, to witness its immense power and presence in the sacred living waters, was to witness the impossible made real. This wasn't merely the sighting of an unusual creature. For Bo-Katan, it was a seismic shift in her understanding of reality. Her pragmatism, born from years of war, loss, and the slow, agonizing decline of her people, had always dismissed the spiritual, the mystical. She focused on what could be seen, touched, fought for. But the mythosaur defied all logic. It was a living embodiment of the ancient prophecies, the very prophecies that spoke of the mythosaur returning to usher in a new age for Mandalore. These weren't just old tales, they were blueprints for destiny. The encounter connected her in an instant to the deep spiritual history of her people in a way that no Darksaber, no political maneuvering, no strategic victory ever could. It was a validation of everything her ancestors had believed, a profound reassurance that their legends were not just comforting fictions, but profound truths. This creature, the true beast of burden that carried their entire mythology, was alive. It was a sign, clear as the crystalline waters it emerged from, that Mandalore was not doomed, that its story was not over. Consider the weight of that moment. Bo-Katan, a leader burdened by the past, haunted by her failures, and driven by a desperate hope for reclamation, suddenly saw a path forward that transcended mere political ambition. The return of Mandalore was no longer just a campaign to reclaim territory or reassert power. It was a true destiny, foretold and now confirmed by the presence of this legendary beast. Her faith, perhaps diminished over the years, was not just renewed, it was profoundly transformed. It became something deeper, something spiritual, a belief rooted in the ancient power and enduring spirit of her people, rather than just their might. This powerful encounter breathed new, vibrant life into Mandalorian mythology. It transformed symbols into living realities, prophecies into unfolding truths. It gave Bo-Katan, and by extension all Mandalorians, a renewed sense of purpose and an unwavering belief in their destiny. The living waters had done more than just heal her physical wounds. They had healed her spirit, restoring her connection to the very soul of Mandalore. The mythosaur, once just a skull on an armor plate, became the pulsating heart of a revitalized hope. And Bo-Katan, the pragmatic warrior, emerged from that water not just a leader, but as a believer, ready to guide her people towards a future illuminated by the very legends she once dismissed. It was a moment that transcended the scope of a single story and embedded itself deeply into the enduring legacy of Mandalore itself. What do you think about this powerful scene? Did the sight of the mythosaur have a similar impact on your perception of Mandalorian mythology? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration of Bo-Katan's transformative moment, consider subscribing or following for more deep dives into the stories and characters that move us.